Western media exposed as Traoré gifts free homes to his people. For years, Western media has painted a picture, one-sided, filtered, and often far from the truth. But today, that narrative is crumbling. While headlines scream chaos and tyranny, the people of Burkina Faso are witnessing something extraordinary. President Ibrahim Traoré is handing over free homes to his citizens. Yes, you heard that right. Free homes, not loans, not promises, but real, tangible housing for the people. So why isn't this front-page news in the West? Why are his achievements being buried, while criticisms dominate the spotlight? Today, we expose the truth Western media doesn't want you to hear and reveal how Traoré is changing lives while the world looks the other way. Stay tuned. A leader forged in crisis. Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso's leader since the 2022 coup, has prioritized transformative projects amid ongoing jihadist violence and poverty. His flagship initiative, the Burkindi Business Center, a 320 billion CFA francs real estate project, aims to address housing shortages. In October 2024, Minister of Construction Mikhailou Sidibé laid its foundation with claims it will provide up to 50,000 free homes. Supporters praised Traoré's commitment to improving lives, though Western media often criticize his leadership as authoritarian, overlooking Burkina Faso's challenges. Traoré's housing initiative underscores his focus on tangible change for a nation burdened by displacement and economic hardship. The housing revolution, a game changer for Burkina Faso. One of Traoré's most transformative initiatives is his push to provide free and affordable housing to Burkinabe citizens. In October 2024, Burkina Faso's Minister of Construction, Mikhailou Sidibé, laid the foundation stone for the Burkindi Business Center, a massive real estate complex valued at over 320 billion CFA francs, approximately 530 million US dollars. This project, often misrepresented or ignored by Western media, aims to deliver modern, accessible housing to thousands of Burkinabe families, addressing a critical need in a country where urban overcrowding and inadequate infrastructure are rampant. Unlike the viral videos falsely attributing Algerian housing projects to Traoré, the Burkindi Business Center is a verifiable step toward improving living conditions for ordinary citizens. This initiative is not just about bricks and mortar, it's a bold statement of economic sovereignty. By prioritizing domestic development over foreign aid, Traoré is challenging the narrative that African nations must rely on Western institutions to progress. The project aligns with his broader vision of harnessing Burkina Faso's natural resources, gold, zinc, copper, and more, to fund public services and infrastructure. In August 2024, Traoré's government inaugurated the country's first national gold refinery, a move expected to process 150 tons of gold annually and retain more wealth within Burkina Faso. These funds are being channeled into projects like the Housing Initiative, demonstrating a commitment to tangible change over empty promises. Western media's selective lens. While Traoré's housing project has sparked excitement among Burkinabe citizens and Pan-Africanists across the continent, Western media have largely downplayed or misrepresented it. Instead, outlets like the BBC and Financial Times have focused on sensational claims, such as alleged coup attempts or Traoré's ties to Russian mercenaries, often without sufficient evidence. For instance, a 2025 BBC report highlighted Traoré's popularity but framed it within the context of a digital cult fueled by AI-generated propaganda, ignoring the grassroots support he enjoys due to policies like the Housing Initiative. Similarly, a factcheck.org article debunked false claims about Traoré's projects, but failed to acknowledge the real Burkindi Business Center, thereby dismissing his achievements altogether. This selective reporting reveals a deeper bias. Western media often portray African leaders who reject their influence as reckless or authoritarian, while those who align with Western interests receive more favorable coverage. Traoré's expulsion of French troops in 2023 and his refusal to accept IMF loans have made him a target for narratives that prioritize geopolitical agendas over factual reporting. For example, a 2025 Mint Press News article noted that Traoré's nationalization of gold mines, which previously enriched Western corporations, has provoked ire in Washington and Paris. Yet these outlets rarely discuss how such moves empower Burkina Faso to fund initiatives like free housing, which directly benefit its people, the Sankara legacy and Pan-African aspirations. Traoré's housing initiative cannot be fully understood without contextualizing it within his broader Pan-African vision, which draws heavily on the legacy of Thomas Sankara. Sankara, who governed Burkina Faso from 1983 to 1987, was a Marxist revolutionary who prioritized self-reliance, social welfare, and anti-imperialism. He built social housing, health centers, and schools, all while reducing dependence on foreign aid. Traoré, often dubbed Africa's Che Guevara, has consciously styled himself as Sankara's successor, wearing similar military fatigues and red berets, and echoing his rhetoric of sovereignty. The housing project is a modern echo of Sankara's social programs, designed to address the immediate needs of a population where the median age is just 17.7 years. By providing free or subsidized homes, Traoré is not only improving living standards, but also fostering a sense of national pride and unity. This resonates deeply with a youth demographic disillusioned by decades of Western-backed leaders who failed to deliver progress. As Beverly Ochieng, a researcher at Control Risks, noted in a 2025 BBC article, Traoré's appeal lies in his ability to address why there is still so much poverty in such a resource-rich continent. His housing initiative is a direct response to this question, proving that Burkina Faso's wealth can serve its people rather than foreign corporations. Challenges and criticisms. To be sure, Traoré's leadership is not without flaws. The ongoing jihadist insurgency, which has worsened since 2022, remains a significant challenge. According to the Global Terrorism Index, Burkina Faso topped the list of countries impacted by terrorism in 2025, with deaths from militant violence nearly tripling since the 2022 coup. Traoré's aggressive recruitment of volunteers for the defense of the homeland and new taxes to fund military efforts have drawn mixed responses, with some criticizing forced conscription and others praising his commitment to security. Additionally, Human Rights Watch has reported instances of press suppression and civilian abuses, raising concerns about democratic freedoms. However, these challenges must be weighed against the context of a nation under siege, both by internal insurgents and external pressures. Western media often amplify these criticisms without acknowledging the structural constraints Traoré faces, such as the legacy of French colonial policies or the destabilizing impact of Western-backed interventions in the Sahel. By focusing on his shortcomings while ignoring achievements like the housing project, they paint an incomplete picture that serves to undermine his legitimacy. A new path forward. Ibrahim Traoré's housing initiative is more than a policy. It's a symbol of resistance against a world order that has long exploited Africa's resources while offering little in return. By building homes, nationalizing mines, and rejecting Western financial dependence, Traoré is charting a path toward true sovereignty. The Burkindi Business Center, with its promise of affordable housing, stands as a testament to his commitment to the Burkinabe people. Even as Western media attempt to overshadow it with narratives of instability and authoritarianism, as Burkina Faso navigates its transition, the world is watching. Traoré's ability to deliver on promises like free housing will determine whether his revolution can sustain its momentum. For now, his actions speak louder than the headlines, exposing the gap between Western media's portrayal and the reality of a leader striving to uplift his nation. In the words of Traoré himself, spoken on International Day in solidarity with Burkina Faso in April 2025, "Together in solidarity, we will defeat imperialism and neo-colonialism for a free, dignified, and sovereign Africa." The homes rising across Burkina Faso are a concrete step toward that vision, and no amount of skewed reporting can dim their significance. As we've seen, there's a stark contrast between the Western narrative and the reality on the ground. While critics try to frame Traoré as a rogue leader, his actions speak louder than any news headline. Providing free homes to the people isn't just a political move, it's a powerful statement of leadership, dignity, and national pride. The question isn't just why Western media won't report this, it's what else are they hiding? If this video opened your eyes, don't forget to like, comment, and share. What do you think about Traoré's bold housing initiative? Are we being fed lies by omission? The truth matters, and together, we'll keep digging for it.